Hello parade watchers and welcome to a new history video. Today we'll be looking at everyone's favorite blockhead from the world of Charles Schulz's Peanuts, which is our principal character in the gang, Charlie Brown, a character that has been with us for 70 years. And now let's look back at his time when he was a giant balloon in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. 2002 marked the parade debut of Charlie Brown as a balloon, since he has appeared in costume character before, with United Feature Syndicate as a sponsor. The title of the balloon is called Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, where Chuck charges with his tongue sticking out to kick that football that Lucy pulls away from, but with Lucy absent here, Chuck has a chance to kick it.
And now our cheerleaders break ranks as they root on a freshman balloon and a football hero. Good grief, making his parade debut, it's none other than Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, furnished by the United Feature Syndicate.
Wishy-washy, a chronic worrier, always the butt of the joke? Absolutely, but today, the lovable blockhead who puts himself down rises to the occasion as one of this year's most formidable balloons. At 576 pounds, our pumped-up Peanut could free lift a sumo wrestler.
You know, Katie, Chuck's going to need some sessions at Lucy's psychiatric booth. He's been chasing that football for 3 miles. The pesky pigskin is the length of 3 front doors.
Okay, maybe he can't capture that elusive football, but he's totally captured everyone's heart today. And no way did it rain on Charlie Brown's first ever Macy's Thanksgiving Day
Big Bird Balloon, country superstar Leanne Womack, Swedish girl group play when our Thanksgiving Day Parade continues.
He would try to kick that football for the next years until 2005, the 55th anniversary of Peanuts, when Jean Schultz, the wife of Charles Schultz, was one of the 51 balloon handlers for Charlie Brown, and would somewhat be retired after that.
Okay, if at first you don't succeed, your name just might be Charlie Brown. Trying again and again to kick that pigskin, it's Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, furnished by United Feature Syndicate.
Chuck may just kick the field goal today, and we should tell you some dimensions. He's 10 feet taller and 10 feet wider than a pair of football goalposts, but the pesky pigskin is twice as long as a full-grown African elephant. Good grief.
I guess we've all felt like Charlie Brown, but it's that never-give-up spirit that makes old CB a hero to the downtrodden, even though he is a bit of a blockhead. Just kidding.
Big Balloons, Jimmy Neutron and Wild Thing, Yankee superstar Bernie Williams, and Miss USA 2003. Much more parade live here on NBC.
All right, gearing up for the 55th anniversary of the Peanuts gang, and still trying to pump that pigskin. After good grief, half a century, it's Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, furnished by United Feature Syndicate.
And if he could only catch up to it, Chuck just might try to kick a field goal today. He's almost as tall as the whole starting lineup of the New York Giants.
Wishy-washy, a chronic worrywart, always the butt of jokes. Totally. But Charlie Brown never gives up. When the going gets tough, he heads straight to Lucy's psychiatric booth. It's worked for this beloved character for more than half a century. That's a lot of doctor's bills.
This next act could just about do it for old Charlie Brown. Let's give it up for another MVP, in this case, most vulnerable player. 2.5 million parade goers cheer on good old Charlie Brown and the Elusive Football, furnished by United Feature Syndicate. Down on his luck, Chuck has been trying to kick that pigskin since 1950.
But is he despondent, defeated, depressed?
Don't ask. Macy's Parade is always one of the big moments for little Charlie Brown. At 576 pounds, our pumped-up Peanut could free lift a sumo wrestler.
Well, this time that luggable blockhead just may make the big kick with a little help from his friend Jean Schultz, wife of Peanuts creator Charles Schultz. Jean and her son Brooke Clyde are two of the 51 balloon handlers. And a little known fact, Jean is a trapeze artist. She practices the trapeze every day.
Wow.
In another Macy's Parade first, the Oklahoma Centennial Commission furnishes Oklahoma Rising.
After 2005, the balloon would not be used for the parade again, and Snoopy was back in the parade with Snoopy as the flying ace. However, it was not over. In 2008, Coca-Cola made a Super Bowl commercial dedicated to the Macy's Parade, as Underdog and Stewie Griffin, who will be a character that you will never see as a giant balloon in the parade, fight over the Coca-Cola balloon. But Charlie Brown managed to claim victory. If he can't kick that football, he can win a bottle of soda. After the 2011 parade, the Snoopy as the Flying Ace balloon had to be retired, since it had some visible damage repairs, especially on his face. Since Macy's and Peanuts Worldwide probably didn't have enough months to make a new Snoopy balloon, they had to bring back the classic Charlie Brown balloon for one more time in 2012.
'Tis the season for football, and where there's a football balloon, a Charlie Brown balloon cannot be far behind. Last seen in our parade 7 years ago, out of the Peanut Gallery comes Sweet Charlie Brown.
The Emmy Award-winning Charlie Brown TV specials continue to be the most watched holiday programs ever. Created as somewhat of a self-portrait by cartoonist Charles Schultz in 1950, Charlie Brown possesses endless determination and hope.
In fact, Charlie Brown is determined to kick that elusive football for a field goal between skyscrapers, hoping to score some points for the girls.
After 2012, Charlie Brown and the elusive football was officially retired, making a total of 5 appearances, and Snoopy would return the following year in 2013 in his 7th version. But this wouldn't be the last time for this balloon, as the Charlie Brown part of the balloon appeared at the Moquet Arts Festival in 2014. In 2016, Peanuts Worldwide decided to retire the 7th Snoopy balloon and bring back Charlie Brown to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the musical You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. And this time, instead of kicking that football, he is tangled up with this kite. Originally, the design showed him to be upside down, which is evident through some concept art of the balloon, but they decided to make him right side up.
All right, look who is all tangled up trying to fly his kite. It's that good man Charlie Brown, making his first appearance in over 10 years. Charlie Brown, of course, the main protagonist from the comic strip Peanuts, has returned to show off his second historic and all-new balloon.
He's done well recently. He was recently the star of the mega hit film The Peanuts Movie, and is now headed down 34th Street celebrating the popular show You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, which is gearing up for its 50th anniversary in 2017. Assorted Peanuts characters are scattered around.
He would continue for the next 2 years and would be retired after 2018, making the mandatory appearance of 3.
Charles Schultz's endearing character creation, Charlie Brown, has come to visit us once again. Although he has the world on a string at the moment, Charlie's a little bit preoccupied with trying to untangle that kite string from around his 31-foot-wide balloon body.
That's tricky. And thanks to Peanuts Worldwide, the Peanuts gang, which is 67 years young, has floated down the Macy's Parade route more than any other characters. Charlie, the kid who never ever gives up, also never gives up that grin, which today stretches 14 smiley feet long.
The planet is, of course...
From Peanuts Worldwide, here is Charlie Brown, the kid who never gives up, the star of Charles Schultz's classic comic strip Peanuts, As a welcomed frequent flyer to our parade, this flying character recently signed a Space Act agreement with NASA to teach children about space exploration.
But good grief, at the moment, Charlie Brown is having some trouble launching his own kite into space. Once he untangles himself from 200 feet of string, though, he'll be cleared for takeoff. From 260 miles up.
So in total, Charlie Brown has made 8 appearances in terms of both balloons. The following year, Snoopy would be back in his position as a balloon in his 8th version, while Charlie Brown went back as a costume character. After jumping back and forth from Charlie Brown to Snoopy balloons throughout the past 2 decades, all I'll say is, good grief.